The chase began in Tampa at 0800, and with light traffic, we crossed the St. Mary's River into Charlton County, Georgia 4 hours later. With the help of Stan Jakowski calling us from his home with ATCS reports, Uncle Joe and I zeroed in on the circus train in Folkston. We got too late a start to make it to Waycross, or so we thought, but it worked out well anyway. Setting up on the Okefenokee Parkway overpass, we waited. Around 12:40 came Q609, Waycross to New Orleans mixed freight. After 6:09, an old rail fan friend arrived from Waycross. Ghislain Girard was on the chase too. Ghislain, an agriculture department chemist in Tallahassee, had been on the chase since before daybreak.
You've been doing
Woke up at 4 o'clock this morning and drove to Waycross and waited for the train. Got some, they had like some maintenance away over there, and then finally came.
Where did you shoot him at?
From the bridge, Haynes Avenue, and it's nice light. And they water the animals up there, right on the track to north of the junction.
We all set up for the next train, Q613.
This boy Q613, 19, Engineer Smith with the engine 7679, southbound on number 1 track. Thanks for permission to be working for it. Track 13,
Q613 is Waycross to Winston, Florida, traffic for the Bone Valley. Afterward, we discussed the plan for chasing the circus train south. He would have 20 miles to stretch his legs south of Folkston, so we would have to hurry.
He's going to be on double track all the way to Callahan, and then maybe between Callahan and Baldwin we'll catch him there, but we'll never catch him between here and Callahan.
"12 minutes behind Q613 at 1:11 p.m. P90217, the circus train glided into the Folkston turnout. Feld Entertainment puts a lot of money into the maintenance of this train, and it shows. Our goal today is to chase the circus train as far south as we can.
All right, so I guess we'll hoof it to Baldwin now.
Yeah, I think we can beat him down there.
13, 19, 76, 79. There's approach north end of 4 acres. All right.
Beating P902 the 40 miles to Baldwin will be no problem, as he is hemmed in behind those two 50-mile-an-hour freights. When we arrived at Baldwin Crossing, Q613 was already there. So was another old rail fan friend, David Moore from Gainesville.
It's the first time I've ever seen you not in a gator shirt.
David is a Florida graduate and one of the most knowledgeable rail fans in Central and Northern Florida. It was only about 12 minutes or so when the circus train arrived at Baldwin. Easing into the yard at 25 miles per hour, they held the main line for a crew change and train orders to Tampa. rail fans moved to the south end of Baldwin Yard in hopes of catching all this action. The spot is off the road in the woods, but the view was blocked by Q452, just arrived from the south.
We're going to go about 5 miles south of here where I think it's a little bit more wide open.
And where is that?
Lawtey, Florida.
All right. What makes that so good?
It's wide open there. You can get a good shot, see the train.
All right.
You can crop the shot with the signal tower.
Oh, okay.
The Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey trains are probably the largest collection of vintage passenger cars still operating in America. The interior of the cars have been completely refitted with modern carpentry and furnishings, so they bear little or no resemblance to their original car design. On the heels of the train, our convoy beat it south to our next vantage point, Waldo. Ghislain wanted to get a bridge shot from the 301 overpass. At Waldo, the S-line turns west about a half mile, so the train would catch some sweet November light approaching the bridge. The usual quagmire and Stark held us just enough to miss the train, but Ghislain got it. There he is on the left. We put the hammer down after Waldo and did manage to get ahead of the circus train at Hawthorne. This is the pacing stretch of the S-line. The light was all wrong for an afternoon side-by-side, but I didn't care.
Made a nice shot going around that curve. We went all the way to Lochloosa, down to the boat ramp park, where we ran out of road.